So I'm gonna talk about video from Mikie Sherrill for New Jersey YouTube channel. In this video, I think she's gonna talk about how Jack Ciattarelli, the Republican candidate who's running for New Jersey governor, Mikie Sherrill is the Democrat candidate running for the New Jersey governor in November 4th, 2025. So in this one, she's gonna probably talk about how Trump, Trump administration released her personal information like her social security number and military stuff, unredacted to Jack Ciattarelli, which is really illegal, by the way. And they're trying to use that against her, but that to me only makes the Republican Party look completely wrong and doing something incredibly illegal. But let's watch the video.
It's not just a scandal, it is illegal. The Trump administration illegally releasing respected Navy helicopter pilot Mikie Sherrill's private military records to Jack Ciattarelli's campaign.
Not only that, it's not just that it was the military stuff, it's also her own personal information, like her home address was released. So people know where she lives easily, which can be problematic because some extreme right wingers who might try to do something to her. And her social security number, it was unnecessary. Trump administration did not have to do that. And from what I read, Jack didn't do anything to oppose that. Like he was not, oh, this is wrong, and Trump administration should have double check, make sure that they didn't give me something too much info accidentally and redacted. He's just been loving it because Jack Ciattarelli, for people who don't know, who are not from New Jersey, not from the East Coast, so just not from the U.S. Just depends where you're from. He's all for Trump. And from what I read about him, he really wants to increase the sales tax by 10% at least. He wants to get rid of remote work of 2 days for the state government employees of New Jersey. He's not really much talking about how to make New Jersey more affordable. Mikey Sherrill is actually trying to aim for that, as Philmurphy has been as well, who's the current governor of New Jersey, until next in January. His second term is ending now. So it's just interesting how Jack doesn't do shit to actually improve the economy in New Jersey. He does everything to benefit the rich, and he kisses Trump's ass. So keep that in mind for people living in New Jersey who's going to be voting in November 4th. There's also early voting, I think starting October 24th to 25th, in personally voting. So keep that in mind in case you don't do mail-in ballot voting in New Jersey. So it's very important to know these things because Jack is not for the poor working class, middle class people in New Jersey. He's only for Trump and all the billionaires.
Campaign. Records containing Mikey's social security number, even her retired parents' home address. Jack's campaign distributed her records anyway, breaking the law, even now that they're.
Yeah, he did not have to distribute her records. He could kept it to himself. Mention to Mikey, "Hey, I just want the basic information. I didn't want all this unredacted." He also allowed to be distributed. He didn't care.
Caught. Ciattarelli refused to return them. Despicable. They broke the law to attack a veteran. Just think what Jack Ciattarelli might do to you.
Yeah, so they're not wrong. Cause Jack, he could done something about it.
Breaking the law.
He could easily, let me reverse this. This is wrong. I shouldn't allow this to happen. He could have done a lot to stop it. He could really made himself look good, honestly, after the situation in late September of 2025. He could easily have talked about it and how this is wrong. I'm not going to distribute it. I apologize to Mikey Sherrill for what is happening. Was not his intention. He could have done a lot. Instead, he doubled down on it, just like how Trump would, distributed and tried to create a whole smirk about it. Like he basically tried to make Mikey Sherrill look like a horrible individual. I'm not saying that Mikey Sherrill is a perfect Democratic candidate for governor of New Jersey. Not saying that. I will even argue that Phil Murphy is technically more progressive than Mikey Sherrill. And Mikey Sherrill has yet to endorse Zoran Mandani for New York City mayor, even though Zoran Mandani already endorsed her for the Democratic candidate for the next governor of New Jersey. So he already endorsed her, but she hasn't done that yet. Now, her reasons are not bad. She wants to fully focus in New Jersey. She doesn't want to, she's claiming that she doesn't want to influence New Yorkers' uh, voting crowd, or she doesn't influence who they should vote. So she's being very neutral about it. We already know Jackie doesn't like Zoran Mandani, not for good reasons, but he's not going after his economic policies per se. He's going more about his background, where he's from in Africa, Arab background as well. He's going more after all the things that nothing to do with Ramadani's economic policy, which are actually really good and be perfect for poor working class and middle class people in New York City. So it's interesting how he's going after that, which every Republican has been doing that. They're going after everything else but his economic policies, which are really great. And there's some other uh, Democratic socialists who are running this year for local elections as well, and potential state legislature excuse me, elections. So keep that in mind. That this year's elections are not just for New Jersey, it's not just for New York City. There's several local, even some other state elections happening right now throughout the country that you guys need to focus on. There's hard for me to talk about every single one. I just want to talk about some major one. New York City one is extremely major. It's a major city. It's important to talk about Zoran Mondani and why people should really be voting for him, and not the whatever crappy options they have in the Republican side, the third party like Como and among others. Don't focus on them. They're useless and they're not gonna do shit to help New Yorkers. Mondani really is trying. I'm gonna keep saying that. Vote for him. In New Jersey, I'm not gonna say Mikie Sherrill is perfect. She's not. No candidate is, but she's still a much better option than Jack Ciattarelli, who has endorsed increases for sale tax increases, which is going to really impact the lowest income households in New Jersey. He has kissed Trump's ass multiple times. He doesn't really fight against Trump. ICE agents' way of executing the operations, how they treat immigrants like shit. He hasn't done anything to really criticize Trump at all. And all he talks about in New Jersey is to increase sale tax. Doesn't do shit to help with the cost of healthcare. He vote for things that will help or endorse for things that will help corporations make more money instead of the opposite to tax them more. So he doesn't really do much for the state of New Jersey. So the only reason for people to vote for Jack Ciattarelli is really if you, arguably speaking, if it's someone who has no issue with a guy who wants to increase the cost of groceries, because that's what's going to happen when you increase the sales tax, the cost of utilities, because it's not talking about anything about reducing the cost of electricity, the cost of healthcare. It's not doing anything to talk about the affordable housing, like really deeply talk about affordable housing. Um, and if you look at Mikie Sherrill's campaign page, she has more of a natural plan on how to tackle those type of issues, which I'll make a separate video about that. But let me know in the comment section what you guys think about this whole situation or what Jack Ciattarelli did over here instead of, you know, not distributing the whole information of Mikie Sherrill that was unread that, including her own family, home parents, home address, and her home social security number. He basically released it so it's all publicly known. Um, which is risky. Let me know if you agree to that or not. I think it's completely legal. I believe Michael Sherrill is suing him at the moment. Nah, I believe so. So let me know what you guys think about this whole situation. And if you're still convinced to vote for Jack Ciattarelli for whatever the reason, let me know the reasons. I cause debate with you and see if I agree with because I read his campaign policies. They're not really great. It's gonna be things that will increase the cost of living for New Jerseyans, especially people who are working class, middle class, and maybe even poor from those type of low income households. They're gonna suffer the most under his economic policy. So I want you guys to really focus on that. You do not want him to increase the sales tax to 10%, among other things. It's gonna be a problem. He's aiming to do that. So if you vote for him, your pockets are gonna be fucked. I'm just gonna let you guys know. It's gonna happen. So be very careful. Don't vote for him just because he's against uh, undocumented immigrants. So he's against the rights of LGBTQ plus community members. Whatever case may be, think he's against, and that's why you're gonna vote for him. Vote not based on one issue. Look at everything he does, especially his economic policies, because that's what's gonna affect you the most on a daily basis. But if you like this video, like and subscribe. Watch this on TikTok, follow us on TikTok, and can support us on Patreon. Have a good day, guys.